Colorado than I do right now, and a sweatshirt, a vest, boots, yoga pants, baby in tow, driving a gigantic freaking vehicle. This is my husband's car, but there's still a good 3 inches of ice on the roads. Hasn't melted everywhere, so can't take the minivan because it spins out. So since I'm early for pickup for once, I thought I'd take advantage of being in my husband's car, which, by the way, has an internet hotspot in it, right? So to say hi and talk to a few of you about my day in hopes that it'll give you a little perspective for yours, especially if you're coming back from injury or are rehabbing something right now. So this morning, I woke up next to my daughter because we have slumber parties pretty much every night when my husband's gone now, and it has not become a problem yet, but at some point I know it'll end whether I want it to or not. So I woke up a little bit late. I saw that I had a new podcast that I wanted to listen to, and so that's probably why I missed the alarm and was late getting out the door to Pilates. Now, again, to be clear, Pilates is not something that I love. It's something that I do, and it's something that eases the pain of the stenosis and ankylosing spondylitis, which I have, and keeps my neck where it needs to be so that I don't get another bulging disc in my cervical spine. So what's fun about that is that every once in a while I take a picture and people are like, oh my God, you have abs. And I'm like, it's a side effect, but I mean, it's not what I'm there for. What I'm there for is really to not be in pain. And to complain about it is a weird thing. Like, I'm grateful that we have this studio. I'm grateful that it is owned by a PT. I'm grateful that they have an unlimited monthly package that we can afford in our budget. And I'm grateful that I have the time to go. Or that I'm able to make the time to go. So there's a whole bunch of gratitude there, bundled up with resentment, because I don't want to be there, man. I am there 10 hours a week. 10 hours. That's not including drive time. That's what I'm there doing. My spine is not strong enough to lift stationary weights, and it might never be strong enough to do that again. So since I can't take the pressure there, I can't increase the intensity, I can only increase the duration, and that's a pain in the butt. So by increasing the duration, it just means we might eventually go from 10 to 15 hours, and then rehab will officially be a part-time job. So I tell you that to tell you this. I know a lot of you are hurting right now. I know that you are coming back from something, and you have nothing to show for it. Because believe you me, I was on that reformer. I was in there 8 hours a week, and I was walking 30 miles a week, pushing a stroller with a baby in it with one arm, not losing any weight, not building any muscle, not getting any stronger. I did all the right things for a really long time and had nothing to show for it, and I was still in pain. So I hear you, I see you, and I feel you. I will never know exactly what it was that started moving the needle, if everything just sort of clicked together at the right time, if I just got lucky. Maybe it was the acupuncture, maybe it was the CBD. We decided to throw all of our resources at the wall at the same time until something moved, and something did. And I truly believe that what you see now is me turning the corner, and I only really felt like I turned that corner maybe the second week of January. So I was in the shit basically from June 2017 until January 2019 with people watching me. Supposed to be coaching. If I don't look the way you think a postpartum woman should look, does that mean that I'm a good coach? What if I can't help you look like what you want to look like because I don't look like what you think I should look like? I'm well aware of those calculations going on when I'm talking to people or trying to answer questions about my programs for new participants. So there's a lot there, and there's a lot of pressure, both social and otherwise. And it's hard being injured when people are looking up to you. And I felt like I documented my journey fairly as I could with one arm. But you don't see me going to rehab 10 hours a week. What you see is Pilates. And you don't see how upset I am on days when I can't run or when I start to run and I'm like, boy, this doesn't work. This isn't going to happen today. I feel it in my SI joint. And I cry, get back in my car, go home, and then talk myself out of it because it doesn't do anybody any good when I'm in that space. And I'm like, all right, you know what? That sucked. Not today, but that doesn't mean not tomorrow. Don't do anything stupid today, and maybe tomorrow will work. And that is what's gotten me through. Don't do anything stupid today, and maybe tomorrow will work. I've been doing that for 18 months. And now, instead of turning the corner really, really slowly, looking for signs of progress absolutely anywhere with none to be found, I'm turning that corner like, I don't know, like a jackrabbit. I'm just launching myself around it. I ran 23 miles last week. I've run 13 and a half, maybe more. Did I run on Sunday? I don't remember. I think I took Sunday off because my mom was here. Yeah, so I've only run 13 and a half miles this week so far, and I'm feeling just fine, and I could run tomorrow too. So I tell you that to tell you this. The work don't need you to like it. You are going to finish the work a lot of days feeling like, what was that for? Kind of like those super short strength circuits. It's just 5 minutes. What's that for? I don't really want to do that. I don't see the difference. I don't feel the difference, whatever. The little things add up. The rehab moves add up. It's the difference between turning the corner at a snail's pace and having people needing other people to confirm that you are indeed turning a corner versus taking that corner without a moment's thought, like you're being carried around it by momentum. And being like, oh my gosh, it's all happening. So I can't promise or guarantee anything for anyone. I really wish I could. But I know that the statistical probability of better is infinitely higher if you're doing the work than if you're not. And I know that once things start to come together, it will absolutely happen faster. The odds are in your favor. If you've been doing all of the work consistently instead of some of the work when you feel like it and then petulantly walking away from it because you really don't want to do it and you don't see the point. On one hand, congratulations. That makes you a rational, sentient human. I hope you apply that to every aspect of your life. When someone treats you like crap, I hope you're like, it's not worth it to be nice to you, so I'm avoiding that call instead of throwing yourself back in the path. I hope that every time an employer asks you to do something extra and you're like, you know what? No, you're not going to reward me for it. You're not going to pay me for it. I'm not going to get promoted faster, and it's not going to come up in my performance review. So no, I'm not going to do that extra shit. I hope you apply that efficiency level thinking to everything that you do and not just the rehab where I don't see the benefit. I'm not going to do it right now. I don't feel like it. I don't want to. And if you don't, cool. Let's start being more consistent. Let's say yes to the rehab and no to absolutely everything else so that we absolutely do have time for the rehab work every single day, even if it's Pilates, and even if you hate it because you updated your LinkedIn profile for the first time in 10 years and was like, well, somehow I went from hard charging reinsurance calculator working with NatCat bonds in New York City to Pilates doing soccer mom in Denver who wears snow boots and leggings to pick up. So updating that LinkedIn bio, by the way. If you haven't been to my LinkedIn page, go check it out. That was a fun but a very hard thing to do. I still can't believe it was so outdated, and I just let that go for so long. I think I wasn't ready to let that part of myself go. I'm willing to admit now, you know what? That phase of my life is over. I don't know what's coming next, but where I'm at right now doesn't totally suck anymore. It sucked last year. It doesn't suck anymore. And where you are right now might suck, but that's no guarantee you're going to be there next year, especially if you're doing the work. You're coached. You're loved. It might not feel like you're winning at life, but if you're doing all the right things, that win is coming. Have a good one.